Well, good evening, gents. And ladies, I suppose I can be politically correct enough to say that my channel is for both. I don't discriminate. Boys, girls, ladies and gents, whoever. Friday evening. And into a decent week that I just started thinking I'll do with something new. You know, it occurred to me a little bit the other day that the summer is kind of dwindling down. We get less than halfway to go until the fall starts winding its way in. I'm excited for that, but what that also means is about to let the beard come back, which means not a lot of shaves left. You know, I never really intended to ever start a shaving channel, much less much of a YouTube channel. I had periodically over the last few years gone on and put some different stuff on YouTube, stuff that I wanted to, you know. But there's been different varieties of shaving that I've wanted to put out on my channel since I really got that up and running earlier this year. And there's been one that's been occurring to me for a long time that I've needed to do, and that's called shaving like a real cheapskate. Just bar soap and a cheap disposable razor. The razor we're going to be using tonight is the Schick Extreme 2. It's just a real cheap 2-blade shaver. And I'm just going to lather up with bar soap. This is the Old Spice Swagger, which has a good scent, just like the Old Spice Swagger body wash. So without further ado, let's see how we do it. Now I'm going to lather up. I've already taken a shower, so I have a nice warm, wet face. About 3 days of continuous stubble. So I got the bar a little wet now. Gonna kind of rub that into my hand here, nice and aggressively. Get some suds going. Wash your hands real good, like you should do because of the COVID. And you want to rub that throughout your face. Now, this is a back-to-basics shave. You know, some people, this is all they do every day. They don't even use Barbasol, even though it only costs like $1.42 plus tax at Walmart. They just use Dial soap or something. My dad's probably a millionaire, and I've caught him just using a nice old yellow bar of Dial soap before. But you want to get that worked in there real good, but not so thick that when you go to do the shave, that it clogs your razor too bad. This razor, it's really slim handle, slimmer even than I'm used to, and I like a nice slim handle. And these are the type of razors that they're a single-use product. Now, you want to try and hold them nice and flat across your face so that every bit of the blade is making full contact. I gotta say, I'm really surprised that it's cut off as much hair as it has in just that one pass. I mean, it's left behind a considerable amount. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna have to do the second pass. But it didn't do the crappy job. That was always my complaint about the Gillette Good News, those blue disposable razors of Gillette. I never found those to be a satisfactory pass. I never felt like even shaving against the grain with those was often a really shoddy shave, but going with the grain did almost nothing. You know, I'll honestly say that there are some benefits to shaving with bar soap. And I'll tell you what some of those are. You know, bar soap exfoliates the skin, so you're really taking off a lot of dead skin, and that's what makes shaving difficult. The razor can't access the hairs nearly as well. Lays over top of them, it's oily, it's greasy, it starts clogging the razor even easier, even more so than just when it's all full of hair. You've got all that oil and dead skin in there. But the soap, you know, it's lifted all that away. In addition to the fact that I already washed my face in the shower. So I have a nice clean surface that I'm working with. But you know how I do that, you know how I lather up now. So rather than wasting a bunch of camera time, how about I pause to do the re-lather phase for the part 2 of the shave. Back for part 2. So, just dawned on me, you know, there aren't many shaves left with it coming toward fall. And I always grow my beard out in the fall. So, I'm not going to make videos just to show you me shaving on my mustache and underneath my beard. Not going to take the time with that. Head shaves, they're pretty uninteresting to do on YouTube, but there will be plenty of other YouTube videos I'll put on there. I can't tell you what they'll be as we go along. But I don't really see myself putting a lot more shaving videos out there than what we've got right now. I'll come back and do them next spring because I've had a great time doing them with you. Having this great audience, building a YouTube audience. I'll probably do some videos on the beard now and then. And just show it to those of y'all here and there. Because I like it. Hopefully your summer's been really fun. I mean, I know that it's not what it normally would be with the COVID and all of that. It's hindered a lot of people's plans. Believe me, it has. Some of mine, although I didn't have a ton of them going into the summer. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a quick bump up. Try to get as much of this on here as possible to quickly come back and catch as much as I possibly can. Thought the cross the green pass on the face went well. Not bad. Catches a lot of hair, better than I thought it might. Honestly, I'm surprised by how well that's doing. Now against the grain on the neck. Like I've said, if the neck could just grow as consistently as the face does, I'd be one happy shaver, and I'd probably rename my channel One Happy Shaver. I know, you can just write in the comments, "You're not funny, Brando's World. You're not funny. Don't ever become a stand-up comedian, because you suck!" Well, as I'm getting toward the end here, I am noticing how much wear the blade has on it. I know, go ahead and tell me again, I'm not a comedian. I'm not funny. I'm just a shaver, but I'd like to think I'm a pretty good one. Pretty darn good one. Well, so that's all you need, obviously. Just some bar soap. I recommend Old Spice if you can get it. Dial's just as great. Disposable razor you're choosing if you want to really shave really cheap. You don't care about a good shave. Because I am not an elitist. You can tell by that. I will do just a cheapskate shave. So, Sinatra Lennon, you said you're not an elitist. Well, I just did even less of an elitist, so feel pretty good. You know, at least you've always used a shaving cream. And I don't think I've ever seen you use a disposable razor, buddy. That being said, I just hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, a great night, and gets re-energized for an even better week next week. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.